Hi guys, it's Mrs. Maddie's mom again. Today I want to show you how to draw a few different types of flowers. So basic flower, if you do a circle, and then we want to actually split it into 5 because we're going to want 5 flower petals. Doesn't have to be exact, but you just want to draw those little lines. Now there are different ways that you can draw your petals. You can draw your petals so that it just curves out like this. You could do it so you come in, swoop in, make it like a little tip on it like that. You could make it like a heart shape. Those are different ways that you can create your flower petals, just using the same basic shape of the circle with the 5 lines pointing off. And then you can come in and add in some little details on like that. Now if I was to do a stem, you could do a line straight down. However, I like to curve them. Gives a little bit of movement and it just flows very nicely. Now I'm going to draw a leaf. I'm going to come up into a shape like that. Then I'm going to come down, kind of follow it, but then I actually want it to come out, dipping closer to the other one. I'm going to draw a line like that. Next, if you want to draw a tulip would be a large teardrop shape with a point at the top. You would come out from the bottom, spread out like that. This one again, come out, and then there like that. Then you can add a little bit of the background. Now tulips have a little bit of a wider stem, like this, and a bigger leaf. And that is how I draw my tulips. Next, I want to show you how I draw a rose. Madison likes it when I do the ones with the squiggly question mark in the middle. Then I kind of think about like a ruffle edge on it and come down to meet that bottom of there. Now this, if you wanted to make this into a rose bud, I would curl down like this and connect it right there. And then this becomes my little rose bud. And you can add some leaves. They are kind of like a spiky leaf. And I'm going to come up and do one right there. And that is how I do a rose bud. Now to do a rose, you can start like this, the same thing where I'm making a ruffle around it, like that. Then I want to start adding my other petals coming out and around it. I'm going to start, if I start right here in the top, I'm just going to wiggle it and pull it in, come out, wiggle it and pull it in. Now my next petal, I do not want to come where these two petals meet. I want to stagger them. So I'm going to come, this is about half, I'm going to say probably about a third. I'm going to come up here and meet it there. Now I want to go where that one meets. And as I go around, I'm actually adding more petals. So this was like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This one is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, he kind of overlapped. You can make this as big as you want for however much you think that your rose is finished. I'm happy with how that one is, so I'm going to leave it like that. Again, I can add leaves, spiky, spiky, and come down to meet at a tip and come out, and then just stick some little lines for the veins. Curve it up. And that is how I draw roses. If you draw a stem on them, they do have little thorns, so you can do little triangle-y pricklies poking out of him. Sometimes when I draw these, I add little swirlies and little dots to finish it off. So if you were to write a letter to grandma or grandpa, or even for your mom for Mother's Day, if you wrote a cute little letter, drew a little flower in the corner, you could easily add some of these other fun little decorative details to finish off your drawing. And again, these are not necessary, but that is a way that you can just spice up a handwritten note that maybe you mail to somebody. Okay, another flower that I want to show you how to draw is a hibiscus flower. This is a Hawaiian flower. Petals. I don't want to draw the circle in the middle. I actually want to end up coming out and doing more of the heart shape, but I don't want to come down to the peak in the middle. I want to leave the bottom cut off. Then on this one here, I just want to tuck him a little bit behind so that my petals overlap a little bit. And again, like that. He might actually end up with 5 petals anyways. Yep, he's gonna have 5 petals. Yes, that one's not perfect. This is sometimes how it turns out. Okay, we're gonna come a little bit closer to the middle. Okay, so Hawaiian flower also has these little spriglets that come off, spriglets? These little sprigs that come out of the middle like this, and they've got their pollen little circle bits. Like that. And then I come in and draw some lines in here. And quickly paint, sorry, I'm used to painting, see? I'm going to quickly color this into my hot pink the best that I can. Okay. And then with yellow, I'm going to come in here. Now these little pollen dots, you can leave white or you can color those yellow as well. I'm actually going to grab my orange. I've got this darker orange. No, I'll use my light orange. And I can come in and just add a different color of shading on the tips of my hibiscus flower. These extra little colors that if you want to add more than one color, if you kind of bring it down on the one side, instead of just going straight across in this area, we want to kind of just bring it in a little bit. So you can either color a second color on the tips, or you could even come in here and add a color into where the folds of your flower are. Now the type of leaves that I draw for hibiscus flowers, or when I paint, when I do face painting, I come out nice and big and swirly like that. If I draw this line here, sometimes what I'll do is I'll come out and I'll do one of the sides a little swirly, and then the other side I'll actually zigzag, just to add some fun. This one here, I can come out. You could easily do your lines, just a couple lines. You could, I really like doing the swirly side. Honestly, that's one of my favorite things to do is when I do my little curly swirly sides. And then if I was to color this in 2 different colors, you could just do it in greens. And then if you want to come in and add a second color of green to your leaves, just to give it some contrast. One side green. I'm going to do this in blue because that's what I have. And if I had a teal, I could come in on the other side and add some teal. And this one, oh there you go, the green and the blue actually makes more of the color I was thinking of. And that is how you can do a fun hibiscus flower.